2025 USAFL Nationals from Tucson, Arizona rolls on here on Field 2 as we have a men's Division I matchup between the Houston Lone Stars wearing the Clash Greens and the Denver Bulldogs. Patrick Machado joined alongside by Troy Thompson as we get ready for this matchup between the Lone Stars, who have moved up to Division I, and the Denver Bulldogs, who have played the Austin Crows in grand finals for the last few years.
Really warming up here, Pat, and good to see the Lone Stars out again. We like what we saw from them this morning, but another tough challenge up against the Bulldogs.
Some Division I pedigree against the new kids on the block. As we are set to go here on Field 2. Ball tossed up into the air. Tap straight down to Denver Bulldogs' Daniel Duffield as they have their first foray inside 50. Houston takes it away. Looks up the near side. Picked up by Josh Young. Centering ball into the corridor. Picked up by Duffield again. He has a look towards the goals. This one's drifting off to the right and through for a minor score. Denver Bulldogs first on the board, one behind.
Duffield a real live wire. I think he's had the ball 3 times in the first minute. Would have been nice to finish with a goal there.
Would have been those first minute goals. Already seen a few today on this field as here comes Denver back inside 50 off the hands of a Lone Star. Spills out directly in front of goal, and it is kicked through by number 30, who is not on the list. 38, sorry, excuse me. Kyle Wallen with the first major of the game. 1-1-7 go the Bulldogs. Houston Lone Stars yet to score on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, real opportunist goal, that one. Ball spilled over the back of a big pack coming out there, just getting around the back and getting the boot on it.
Quick pace here to begin this game.
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff, hot day. Tapped down by Matthew Carlson of Denver. No one with clean possession. Houston finally clears it out of congestion. They go forward into 50. Dropping the ball in the tackle. And taken down. It'll be a ball up. So Houston now with a chance forward.
Moore really well to get boot to ball there.
Strong tap down by the ruckman of Matthew Carlson for Denver. And Denver are now out. They look up the middle. Spoiled out by Houston. Little handball from Josh Young back into the middle. Collins had it taken away from him by number 8 for Houston. But here is Denver back once again. Little kick and a half forward, comfortably into the arms of Benjamin Collins. He sends one towards goal where it's tapped at by Matthew Howell, which would have been a goal if he had let that through.
He's not done yet.
Spinning around, trying to get a kick through, and did that go through?
Yeah.
Off balance kick. Well done, Dakota Hunt.
Yeah, it's a really tough angle to get a right foot kick goal from there. He did really well. And Hal, he saw that mark and he immediately started bolting to goal. And I think that undid him when he was going for the mark. He'd gone too hard, come back, but managed to make up for that, dish the handball out, and make sure that Denver got the right result there.
All's well that ends well. Denver out to 2-1-13. Houston Lone Stars yet to score. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard, and Denver showing why they have been in the grand final against Austin for the last few years. Here come the Bulldogs once again. Ball flies over the head of everyone. Couldn't pick it up on the first run through was Josh Young. He's dropped the ball, and Houston will get the free kick. Houston down the line. Through the pack, intercept mark taken by Damian Farnola. But a free kick's going to go the way of Houston.
Yeah, push out in the marking contest there. He appealed to the umpire, and the umpire said, yeah, fair enough.
Hojan with a long kick inside 50, high footy. Off the ground, and well done by the Denver player to get a tackle in there. And here come the Bulldogs. Looks up the middle of the ground. Spots a man, completes the mark. Farnola forward. Off a couple hands. Matthew Howell there goes to ground. As it's soccered forward, and a little give and go play by Denver in the middle of the ground. Here's Duffield. Spots Listian with a kick inside 50. Picked up now by Josh Young, tackled, and then umpire will cross himself. It'll be a ball up. Near side forward pocket for the Bulldogs. Toss back up in the play. Houston with possession off the contest. Now here is Jesse Carsamo. Spots a man in the center circle. That's number 17, Mateus Monteris. Here's his kick inside 50. Over the head of everybody. Tracked down by Denver. Couldn't pick it up. Finally, eventually it is corralled, and Denver will clear the line. Matthew Carlson up the far side. Goes down the line now. Here's Matt Moore in the center of the ground. Clinical stuff from Denver. And they'll have a chance for their third.
Yeah, great lead from Duffield there, but takes a good kick, and he kept that nice and low and flat. Made sure there was not a chance for the Houston defenders to get a fist on that.
So around about a 40-meter kick. Matthew Howell delivers, and he makes no mistake. 3 straight. 1-19 for the Denver Bulldogs. Houston Lone Stars yet to score. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. We've traveled 3 minutes in this opening half.
Yeah, just the pace they're going at is really impressive, Denver. And even if things are not coming off perfectly, their intent and their attack on the ball is making up for that.
And let's take a look at the scores around the grounds, brought to you by Watch AFL. On the Coopers Field right now, the Arizona Hawks lead the Chicago Swans by 2 points. 9-7 the score over on the field behind us. The Austin Crows in Division I lead the Sacramento Suns by a score of 17-0. No score on fields 4 and 5 between Oklahoma and St. Louis, and Virginia, North Carolina, Des Moines, respectively. Here comes Denver back inside 50 off the hands of a Lone Star. Umpire spots high contact. And Denver, in all likelihood, will have their fourth. Kyle Wallen taken high.
Everything going Denver's way here. Just noticed the number of leads from Denver then, and the Houston players just happy to stay back and zone off.
Wallen with the very easy kick. Doggies at the 25. "25 points in 8.5 minutes played.
Yeah, Houston really need to do whatever they can to get a center clearance here.
They've had a couple and unable to convert it into much offense when they're inside 50. Back in the middle. Ball tossed back up into the air. 50-50 ball off the contest. Houston with first chance
Got to play
moves
it down.
absolutely nowhere. And we'll throw it up once again.
Kakamo, he's down.
Little shaken up.
Copped a heavy knock in that center ball up contest there.
Toss back up into play. Punched forward by Denver. Right into the arms of Duffield. Little chip kick forward. Nice play. Off the restart. And Denver will have a shot about 30 meters out directly in front. It's Matthew Howell. Number 31 with a chance to make it 31. And he does.
That may have looked like a training drill. Duffield just tracking that ball from the ruck tap and hitting the leading forward, coming straight at him. But that's doing it in real time. So impressive stuff from the Bulldogs.
Real impressive stuff. 31 points in 10 minutes of game action here. On a warm day here in Tucson, Arizona, with the picturesque mountain ranges in the background. All brought to you by Tasmania, proud sponsor of the USAFL. Back in the middle. Denver tracking it back. Daniel Duffield. And it's coughed up to Clay Dunn, who takes a mark in the center of the ground. His skyward kick spots a one-on-one. Off hands. Picked up by Denver. And good mark taken by Houston. That's Andrew Craig right in front of the benches. He looks down the line into the far side half forward area. Picked up by Denver. Little handball inside. Now Houston converges on the ball, looking to lock it up. Wins the stoppage.
Ran into the brick wall there of Houston.
Double-handed tap, gaining some meterage. And now Denver are out once again. Little chip kick. Here's Howell. Marks it directly on the edge of 50. Spots a man at the edge of the square, and it'll take a bounce and go through for a minor score.
I mean,
First blemish on the board for Denver, but it's another point for them. They are now 5-2-32, so not their first blemish. Houston yet to score.
No, they've been so efficient inside 50, though. It was almost shocking to see that one not go through.
Congested ball as we go through the corridor. Houston with possession. They all go to ground now as it hits the deck. Umpire crosses himself. It'll be a ball up. Toss back into play. Tapped forward by number 14 for Denver. Off hands. Tapped back. Houston runs onto the ball. Tried to dive for it, but forgot it in the process. Here's Jared Thompson, little handball, and now a kick forward. And a fight for it here is Jaco Vilhogen. For Houston, little skyward ball, tapped down by the Lone Star there. Denver gets a kick forward. Good grab once again by Howell. He's been all over the ball today. Looking corridor side. Finds number 22 in Josh Young. And Johnson taken down to ground for Houston. Locked up just outside the forward 50 for Denver. On the edge of the center square, umpire will ball it up. Strong tap forward. That's been a theme today. Good job from the Denver ruckman so far. Farnola spinning away from congestion and finds a man. And Denver will get another shot on goal, courtesy of, guess who? It's Howell. Around about 40 meters out and a 30-ish degree angle.
Yeah, the wind coming pretty much across the ground now, but out in that pocket, that'll help him if he can just set it in the breeze.
So Howell with a good-looking kick and just mark another one off for him. 6 goals to 38, the Denver Bulldogs. The Houston Lone Stars yet to score. 5 minutes to play in this opening half on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, just providing a magnetic target up there. Draws the ball to him with the hard leads every time, and the players upfield doing the right thing, putting the ball out in front of him so he can run onto it. As I said, that's probably the pocket to be kicking from at the moment, the way the breeze going.
Denver running away with it in the opening half. Throw it up again. Denver gained about a couple meters on that toss. Over the back goes Matthew Carlson. Good grab and defense for Houston. Umpire calls play on, looking up the near side wing. Over the head. And handballed back inside by Dylan Dunn. Denver players shaken up after that.
Interesting work there by Dylan Dunn with his mouth guard hanging out of his mouth as he went to the contest. I'm not sure how that looks after your teeth, but it's interesting. I haven't seen it before.
Barrett Weiss, the hurt Bulldog. And back underway we go as Bilston links up with Josh Young at near side half forward. Now they go to work inside 50. Ball locked up in a pack. Umpire will throw it up. Just inside forward 50 for the Denver Bulldogs. Not much doing on that toss-up. We'll do it again. 3 minutes to go in this opening half. 38-0 lead for the Denver Bulldogs. Houston able to get the clearance here. Kicked forward by Mateus Manteris. 2 bites of the cherry. Good grab there by Jacob Johnson. Johnson looks up into the middle. And they all go to work on the ground. Coming away with it is Damian Farnola. Finds Benjamin Collins, who marks and will now have a shot at goal around about 40 out. Mark actually is going to be moved back a bit, so maybe about a 35-meter kick here. Collins to make it 42. It's across the face and through for a minor score. 6-3-39, the Bulldogs lead the Houston Lone Stars, who have yet to score. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard at the closing stages of this opening half. Off the kick in, coughed up to Denver. Josh Young with the intercept mark. Near side half forward off the hands of Ben Calder of Houston. Close on the boundary is Jay Bilston. He's wrestled over the line. It'll be a boundary throw. Let's take a look around the grounds.
I'd love to, but it's not updating at the moment. Sorry, Patrick.
Happened to me in the last game too. No worries. Young wrapped up in the tackle by Vilhogen. It'll be a ball up. Final minute in this opening half. It's been all Bulldogs, and it shows on the scoreboard. Here comes Houston with a chance forward. David Bryant spots a man, but it goes off of the boots of Pierce Smith. Kick back into the forward area by Denver. Benjamin Collins marks. Plays near far side forward pocket off the hands of Dakota Hunt. And it'll be a ball up as Hunt was wrapped up in a gang tackle. Final seconds of play in this half. Maybe a chance for Denver to get one more. Around about 10 to go. Handball back inside. On the ground, dropped by Daniel Duffield. Kick forward, siren will beat any potential mark. And that is the end of the opening half. And a dominant display for Denver. Actually, before the half was over, it was, I believe they are going to award a behind. So put one more point on the board for a dominant half for Denver. 6-4-40. The Bulldogs lead the Houston Lone Stars with big goose eggs on the board.
Quick look around the grounds for Watch AFL. It's on ground one, Coopersfield, Chicago Swans 1-1-7 trailing Arizona Hawks 3-4-22 at halftime. Ground three, it's the Austin Crows 5-7-37. Big leaders over Sacramento Suns, one behind. Ground four, Oklahoma Buffaloes 3-1-19. 4-point leaders over St. Louis 2-3-15. And on field five, the Virginia Lions, two behinds, trail the North Carolina Des Moines combination 1-4-10.
We are in the thick of action here on National Saturday here in Tucson, Arizona. And we will be back with the second half of play in just a moment. Back for the second half of play between the Denver Bulldogs and the Houston Lone Stars. It's a 40-0 lead for the grand finalists from the last few years in the Denver Bulldogs.
I think we may have actually had a jumper clash with the umpire then. He's in green as well.
Maybe need more than one color of clash jumpers. But here's Houston now with an opportunity to go for goal. It'll be around about a 40 to 50 meter kick wherever it's taken. Jacob Johnson with a chance to put the first score on the board for Houston. And man, this is exactly what they need. Kick is on the way. It's got the leg, but it is marked on the line. And Denver will go to work again. And Houston will get a free kick. Throw, I believe, the call.
Yeah, huge tackle. Had prior opportunity, and the umpire rewarding that. Good tackle. Perfect way to start the quarter for Houston here.
So after Johnson, kick fell short. Brandon Dunn sends this one to the top of the square, off hands. Trying to corral it was number 22 for Houston, and it's cleared away from danger by the Bulldogs. David Thorne looking to start the play back up quickly. Going from arc to arc, Brandon Dunn picks up the crumb, looks into the center with an inboard kick. Here's Daniel Duffield. And here is, can't see that number. I know it's a 4 at the front.
Yeah.
Matt Moore. His kick was rather short, went off the hand of a Bulldog player, but it spilt out to a player right beside the goal, and it's through for another one.
That was a clever kick. It kind of looked like he was just popping it out there for someone else to come through, kick the goal, but the ball bounced the right way, and he'll take the 6 points.
Caught me off guard, too. 7-4, 46 go the Bulldogs. Houston with 2 chances forward. Couldn't hit on either of them. They remain scoreless. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 3 minutes into this second half.
Yeah, both those shots they probably kicked the ball just a little bit too high. They didn't quite get the penetration on either of them.
Back in the middle, tossed back up. David Thorne taken down in the tackle. Kicked it forward. Little handball off to Daniel Duffield. Now Denver looks back. Finds Patrick Doherty. Chip kick just inside 50. Mark taken by Cameron White, and he will look to lay one off. Gain a little bit more meterage at the cost of a little bit of an angle. But the mark is taken, and Denver with yet another scoring shot. This one won't make the journey. In the forward pocket, and who came away with that mark? It is Houston with the intercept in the far side forward pocket. And they are able to clear. Ball off hands, chasing after it, but unable to get there was Houston. The line beats them. It'll be a boundary throw. Lockie Tate and Matthew Carlson go to battle. Lockie wins the tap. But Denver with yet another center clearance, but immediately coughs it up. Houston looking down the line. Intercept mark taken by Denver. Back into the middle. Daniel Duffield is there for Denver. Finds a man on a lead, and good tackle that gets rewarded. put on by Mateus Menteris of the Lone Stars. 46-0, 15 minutes to go in the game. Houston off the ground. Taken to the ground by Wills Brissell. Laying a strong tackle on. It'll be a ball up right in front of the benches. Tap down. Here's Vilhogen. With a little dribbling kick forward. Picked up by Houston. Handball coughed up to the Denver Bulldogs. Josh Young with the handball out. Now they go to work on the ground. High contact. Houston's going to get the free kick. Dangerous kick off hands. Little chip kick by Menteris. Andrew Craig taken down by Matthew Carlson. Umpire awards the free. Houston to half forward. Well done and a nice grab there. I believe by Lockie Tate. Tate's kick over everyone's head, takes a Lone Stars bounce, and it is through for a rushed behind. So Houston finally on the scoreboard. 7-4, 46 Denver plays one behind to the Lone Stars on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Ball tapped down by Jeff Jamanik. Soccered off the ground by Carlson of Denver. Stephen Johnson had a little bit of a touch, and here's a kick inside 50 by Houston. Defensive mark taken by Wills Brissell. And Denver snuffs that out.
Good to see the ball spiraling down there with the torpedo kick, but unfortunately Denver able to pick that off. Sometimes that works in your favor. They're hard to mark, but on that case they had no problem.
Denver weaving their way through Houston Lone Stars, but ran out of space, and Houston will lay a tackle holding the ball. A lot more forward movement for Houston here in the second half, but they've left themselves a big hill to climb through in the next 12 minutes of play. Josh Young with a kick inside 50 for Denver. Finds Benjamin Collins on the edge of 50. And another scoring opportunity for the Doggies.
This will test his range.
Mark is around about 40 to 45. Kick should be from around about just a little bit more than 50, less than 50. Kick is on the way. His drifts off to the pocket, and it's spoiled over the line, out of bounds.
Urgency's just gone out of the game a bit for Denver. Probably got the game in the bag now. Taking the foot off, not going to say they've stopped, but the urgency's out of it.
I mean, scoreboard pressure is a thing, and it's gotten even worse for the Lone Stars as they're now out to 52 points. (8-4-52) plays one behind. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the official international streaming partner of the AFL. Special thanks to Tasmania, proud sponsor of the USAFL and a major partner of the league for the next 5 years. Tasmania's wine industry is internationally respected for cool climate wine, and you can try a glass of sparkling Tasmanian wine today from Jan's, available at the beer tent. Holding the ball, Boss the Denver Bulldogs once again with the ball. Kick through the center of the ground. And Channing Hurley drops one that he had for a second. Bouncing kick inside 50. Houston will set it up. Good diving mark there. Little dribbling kick to the near side. Clay Dunn has to make a play. Coughs it up to Kyle Wallen. Back into the middle for Dakota Hunt, who sends one inside 50. Tapped it down to Benjamin Collins, who puts it through for the 9th Denver goal in this matchup. 9-4, 58 go the Dogs, leading the Houston Lone Stars by 57 points. Houston 1 behind on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Well, just to contradict myself there, Patrick, Denver getting all the numbers to the ball out here in front of us on the wing. I think it was 4-on-2, caused that turnover and made sure they could get that ball in forward.
I don't know what happened to it. I was looking for it under my leg, but
Sorry, 57 points the margin.
It's been a bit of dust kicking up out the back and makes me think I'm looking forward to a nice cold Coopers tonight after the game.
Oh, absolutely. Little dehydrated here in the box.
Coopers Red or maybe an XPA go down quite well.
I wonder if they make those for your eyes. My LASIK eyes are screaming here in this dry desert heat.
I'm not sure it's approved by the FDA for use on your eyes, but you can give it a go.
Just like Denver, who's about to go for their next goal. Courtesy of Benjamin Collins, who will have a shot on a slight angle. Thought about playing on, but he will go back and take it.
Yeah, he was just questioning the Houston player running across the mark there. He's looking for a 50-metre penalty, but he was following his teammate, so the umpire let that go. Following his opponent.
No stand rule here in the USAFL. So Collins, kick drifting off to the left and through for a minor score. 9-5, 59, plays one behind. Denver Bulldogs are 7 minutes away from putting this one in the books. 58-point lead on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Off the kick in, to a 2-on-2 pack. Justin Hammond plays one back inside 50. Picked up by Collins, handballed out to Dakota Hunt, who sprays one well wide out on the full.
I was looking to run down the clock. That's one way to do it. Kick the ball out onto the next field.
Gains about 10, 15 seconds. As Houston puts it back into play. I'd have to ask Brian Barish about the exact rules with the format this year. But under previous years, we would definitely call this a huge percentage booster for the Denver Bulldogs. 6 minutes to go in this matchup. 59-1 the score.
Yeah, regardless of whether it counts or not, it will be a huge percentage booster. Denver will be hoping their game's win tally will take them through.
Back to a place where they have been in the last few years. As every single team here wants to do, take down the kings of the USAFL for the last half decade in the Austin Crows. And Denver are now over 60, courtesy of number 49, Channing Hurley. Denver up to 60, 5 points. 10-5-65, plays one behind on the USAFL National Tournament, brought to you by Watch AFL, Tasmania, and Coopers. Still no refreshing on the around the grounds?
I don't know what's going on. I'll come back to it at the end. This is just about over.
Houston now forward, looking for the one-on-one contest on the far side.
Yeah, that free kick's been played downfield. Should put him within range. Again, with that breeze from that pocket coming over the shoulder. It's just the distance.
So everyone floods inside 50 now. Here's the kick. Goes the torp. And it is kicked towards goal, but touched through on the way. And through for a minor score. Cutting the lead down to 63. 10-5-65 the Dogs. 2 behind the Houston Lone Stars on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 3.5 to play in this game. Coming up next on field 2. Will be the Nashville Kangaroos against the Columbus Cats. On the field behind us would be the North Texas Devils against the Portland Steelheads. As we take a look around the grounds, as it has finally refreshed on my phone, the Atlanta Hawks lead the Chicago Swans 41-14. The Austin Crows matching the routing on this field. Not exactly. They're out to 90 points, 13-12-90 over the Sacramento Suns, one behind. On field 4, the St. Louis Blues lead the Oklahoma Buffaloes 48-21. And on field 5, North Carolina Des Moines are 8-point leaders over the Virginia Lions by a score of 10-2. By the way, the Denver Bulldogs got another goal on this field. That's 11-5-71 to 2 behind. 69-point lead for the Doggies. Denver and Austin, the class of this league for sure. 2 minutes to play here on field 2.
Ooh.
Big tackle. Gets up from it. And free kick Denver.
Yeah, maybe somebody told Denver that score over on the other ground that Austin are putting up.
Anything you can do, I can do better, right?
They're definitely pushing now.
Well, we've still got a long way to go towards 90. But with a chance to make it 77, I believe is number 38, Kyle Wallen. Kick is on the way. And make it 12 goals for the Denver Bulldogs. $75-point leaders over the Houston Lone Stars.
Yeah, Houston have never really given up in this, but just purely been outclassed, unfortunately. So they can hold their heads high that they've been beaten by a much better team here.
A real welcome to Division I moment for sure.
Yeah.
But a good effort from the other boys in blue wearing the Clash jumpers in green. One more ball up, and that should pretty much do it here on field 2. Tap down. Houston with the clearance. Clay Dunn with the kick inside 50. Spots a man. And just couldn't take the mark was Brendan Dunn. There's the siren. And Denver are 75-point winners against the Houston Lone Stars. Final score, 12-5, 77-2 behinds.
Yeah, huge work from Denver, particularly Duffield. He seemed to be everywhere, delivering the ball. Howell up forward, up there with Ben Collins, both providing great targets up forward and getting the job done over and over again. So well done, Denver Bulldogs, and on they go.
So coming up next on this field will be the Nashville Kangaroos against the Columbus Cats. The Denver Bulldogs have their next game against the Golden Gate Roos on the Coopers Field. And the Roos score has gone final. 89-point winners, the Austin Crows over the Sacramento Suns, the Oklahoma Buffaloes, and the St. Louis Blues on field 4. The Blues over the Buffaloes 49-21. And North Carolina Des Moines, as that score just went final, 70-2 over the Virginia Lions. That's the Around the Grounds brought to you by Watch AFL. And we will be back on field 2 for the Cats and the Kangaroos in just a moment.